We live in Brooklyn, baby. We live in Brooklyn, baby.
Welcome back, everybody. Insanity Check Now.
Yeah, so did you tell them where they can see us and all that other kind of shit if you were so inclined?
About to.
Oh, okay, well, go ahead.
You can find us on Facebook at Insanity Check. We are on Twitter at Insanity Check 12. And, of course, our YouTube channel is Insanity Check Radio, where we have still Flying High, the mid-season retrospective, filled with all the wonderful, horrible, funny, sad, disgusting, annoying, and just putrid shit about people.
How high? How high? Is really flying high? Or are you just saying that? Is that hyperbole?
That's
hyperbole?
That's none of your concern.
Yeah. Okay. Is your shit working?
No, but it's weird. I have
What?
I have the stuff in the mail, so
okay.
Work it out that way. So we're going to be sticking with horrific murder.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? Is that someone tied up in a basement?
Was that someone sniveling and shit because the murderers got him? I don't know they had that kind of Foley sounds of sniveling when the murderers got you. Yeah, okay. This is about a crazy bitch.
This again is from Europe. In Vienna, a former ice cream parlor owner confessed in court on Monday to shooting, sawing up, and freezing both her ex-husband and her lover, and burying them under a cellar of her store in Vienna.
She's that
She's
ice queen.
She's Mexican and Spanish. That's a double dose of hot blood. This explains it all.
Yeah, hot blood that works on the ice cream. Or maybe she worked there to try and cool her down.
Estibliz Carranza, a 34-year-old Mexican-Spanish woman dubbed the Ice Lady by the Austrian media, told the court that both men had demeaned her. Demeaned her. Her ex-husband by yelling at her. And making fun of her poor German. Her lover by being unfaithful. Well, she was unfaithful. In both cases, she had shot her victims with a .22 caliber Beretta pistol.
Hey, at least she used an Italian gun.
Very good, yeah. Chopped up the bodies with a chainsaw and put it in a freezer at the parlor.
And eventually buried it downstairs in the cellar, the Austria Press Agency reported. Prosecutors Petra Frey described the defendant, who appeared before a packed court wearing a gray dress and flanked by prison guards, and her celebrity defense lawyer, Rudolph Mayer, as ice cold and a ticking time bomb. It's clear that the defendant has two faces, Frere said, warning that Carranza could kill again. You think? Carranza told the court the nature of her husband, Holger Holz, had completely changed after their wedding, and the matter had gotten worse when they were evicted from their apartment and moved into the ice cream shop. And Holz joined Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna movement. Fucking stupid. Hare Krishna movement. Oh, your shit is on?
Yeah. Like I said, this pops right in.
So this, so dig it. So he slept until 10 o'clock and came at 11 o'clock. What the fuck? He slept until 10 o'clock and came at 11 o'clock. We had no ice cream. He did nothing. He didn't want her to get a grip, she said. So the dude came delivering the cream late. So that's the first offense. This is what gets
you. Is her husband?
Yeah. So this is what gets you shot and chainsawed in this broad's world. Okay, he came late with the ice cream. That's number one. So the Briars wasn't on time. Okay, so then even after she started a relationship with ice cream machine salesman Manfred Hindenberger and divorced Holtz, he refused to move out. So he's dead beaten in the crib. Move out, she told the court. One Sunday after an argument about the issue, she said she had shot Holtz twice in the back of the head and once in the temple to make sure. So she basically shot him on all points of his fucking head like she was parking. All right, so she shot the shit out of him, and then chainsawed the dude. So it says Mayer who unsuccessfully defended Austria's most notorious living criminal, Joseph Fritzl, in 2009, said the psychiatrist's report on Carranza showed that her danger to society could be reduced to zero with proper treatment. Wait a second, I don't even want to read no more. Hold on a second.
But wait a minute, I'm just like, you folks are seeing this picture of this chick right here. Does she even look like she's strong enough to be chainsawing through people? I mean, I understand it's a chainsaw.
No, it's a chainsaw. The way that, a chainsaw is no joke. Cause I used to use those shits when I was in Miami. Them shits are no joke.
What are you using for Miami?
Any case, so Yo, man, I was watching Scarface too much, man. It worked for him.
Call the hotline, ladies and gentlemen.
The Diaz
we have
brothers.
another one.
It was the Diaz brothers. So boom. So here again, so that was the first victim, right? And this bullshit about, we'll address that shit about her being, reduced to zero. That's nonsense. So I was just trying to say, Fritzl was sentenced to life imprisonment for incarcerating his daughter in the basement of his family home for 24 years, during which he physically assaulted and raped her fathering 7 children. We talked about that earlier, like when we first started the show. That sick motherfucker that kept that person in the basement and kept fucking and having kids. The dude was a demon. So dig it. So back to her.
I'm digging it.
Hindenburger left Carranza shortly after her divorce, but turned up on the doorstep of the salon with a suitcase a year and a half later after being thrown out by his girlfriend. So this is her next dude. She said she had taken him back, but then found sex messages on his phone and his profile on a dating site. So he was sexting and got busted. She said, I was so furious. On the way home from an evening out with friends where he had flirted with another woman, some ballsy, brazen shit. She had wanted to talk about it, but he simply shouted at her and then gone to bed, she said. He turned to the wall and began snoring. He just turned around, and that was the end of the matter for him. Oh, was it? I was so furious, Carranza said. She then described how she reached under the mattress for the same pistol she had used to kill her ex-husband, loaded it, and shot him in his sleep. Wait, so what's this problem watching, like Harlem Nights? I mean, 22s under their pillow and shit.
But see, this is the funny part to me, and I always find the funny parts. The defense attorney, he warned the jury not to be influenced by negative portrayals in the Austrian media, which have had a field day with the story of a Hispanic immigrant and her many lovers. The defense is determined that the jury do not accept the picture that has been given of her as an ice-cold, unfeeling, unscrupulous, capable of anything, but rather that they recognize what is behind this facade.
What the fuck is behind the
mind
facade?
you, this dude is not saying that this crazy bitch didn't do this shit. He's just saying that she's actually a feel-good homemaker who fucking shot and
chainsawed these motherfuckers.
I mean, that's
I mean, see, this is why the people always like, what do you call the ocean? What is it? Ocean floor filled with lawyers? A good start.
A good start.
Only a lawyer would say that you have to find the good side of a person who does some shit like this. Because there's no way she's unfeeling, because she probably wept the whole way through chainsawing her fucking husband.
That was just to lubricate the chain. I mean, this is just absolutely. I mean, there's no redeemable qualities about a person like this, too. Because to me it sounds like when she doesn't get her own way, because the things that she's citing. Okay, the guy was sexting. It didn't say that he was absolutely busted with infidelity, because that's what I was looking for. So the dude obviously was probably thinking about doing it. He's putting himself back out there in the market or whatever. The dude was a lech. But because he broke off the argument and turned around and went to sleep, it was like, oh no, he didn't.
He insulted her.
Oh no, you insulted my honor and shit. So I must shoot you and chainsaw you. And
what is the time difference between these two events, by the way?
I don't know.
Because I'm assuming she was cleared of the murder of her husband then.
Oh no! They didn't find that motherfucker.
That's right.
Some dude was doing maintenance under the place and found her fucking Ed Gein's fucking collection underneath the house.
I'm surprised like some kid wasn't like, "Mommy, this popsicle tastes like ass meat."
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, come on.
And clearly, when you look at her, I never put anything by anybody, past anyone, and they said Carranza was extradited from Italy 2 months pregnant by another man to face charges in Austria. Yo, that dude should be so happy.
Yeah, right.
Yo, what do you mean you don't want to change these diapers? That's the end of your ass. So they basically saved that fucking dude's life, man. My goodness.
You just gotta love people. You just gotta love them.
I wonder, did she get these ideas from films? Or, because, first of all, what the fuck was she doing with a chainsaw? Did she go out and get it? Because...
Maybe she was an ice sculptress.
That's what I thought. Maybe. You're probably right. Maybe she was an ice sculptress, but was she carving these motherfuckers up? This is... I don't know. I think it would be easier to shoot somebody like in a fit of rage, but then the calculated method
right, but this is what I'm saying. That's why the lawyer need to be put in jail.
Yeah, and taking their chunks and putting it under the house. You know, anyone can get mad. And I'm not absolving a person from getting upset and just lashing out. But I mean, a gun's present. You argue, bam, bam, you shoot the person. But even the shots wasn't like that. The dude was asleep. First of all, the husband, she shot like on two parts of his head and then walked around the other side to the temple.
Well, after the back of the head shot, he was probably convulsing and the last bits of life in his body.
This is like some shit them dirty Mexican dudes do in the fucking Clint Eastwood movies.
She's Mexican. And a dirty one at that.
Oh yeah, she's bad because there was this movie I saw, Django Kills, and there was a scene in the movie where there's always some oily faced, dirty, gold tooth, cliched, stereotypical Mexican dude with the big sombrero, and they always mean, right? And there's some sniveling peasant, and they always persecuting the peasants in these films. I don't know, and these are all made by Italians. I don't know what's the matter with these guys. So yeah, literally these films are these spaghetti westerns. So the guy is like sniveling on a fence, crying, looking dead at the camera. So then the fucking bandit comes up to him laughing and just slowly puts the gun to the side of his head and then blows this motherfucker's brains out. And then of course the dude falls to the floor. And they all do the belly laugh. Maybe she grew up watching this kind of shit. I can't believe that it's cultural. I mean, and then she used an Italian gun too. So I have no idea, but I mean, this kind of cold, calculated, crazy shit like this woman should never see the light of day ever.
And this is just what we do here.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing more of it after a brief break.